Right. So you want your kids back. Start by being someone your kid would actually want to come back to. Because if you're still walking around with that it's all her fault face and that tragic little martyr complex, you're not a dad. You're a toddler with facial hair and a court order. Welcome to the Alienated Dads Network, my channel. I'm Jason Applewotzit, part-time Mackenzie friend, full-time emotional battering ram. And today, I'm going to say something your therapist was too scared to, and your ex has already put in writing. Let's own some shit. Let's own some shit, shall we? Let's just have a fucking look at this, because this is a bit of a fucking rage, to be honest with you. The Applewotzit is not a happy bunny, because he's getting a fucking bit pissed off with people and things. So I thought I'd share that with you. This monologue, this is called Own Your Shit or Shut the Fuck Up. Seriously, I am no different to you. I'm no different to, I'm no better than you. I'm no worse than you. I'm not anything. All I know is this, right? I'm not perfect. My shit stinks like the rest of you. I don't know anyone, but saying that, I don't know any more about anything really. Am I some sort of like anomaly, a glitch in the matrix of a modern manhood? I mean, seriously, what I do, how I live, the way I work through this chaos is apparently too alien for most people to comprehend. And I mean that in the nicest possible way without blowing smoke too far up my ass. Yeah? I give people steps, not fairy dust, not a dream journal, real steps. Life-changing behaviour, rewiring, identity, altering steps. But here's the rub. If you're not ready to change who you are, like fundamentally change, then stop wasting my time. Honestly, stop. Go back to your comfort zone, to your good vibes only memes and passive aggressive WhatsApps. This isn't for you. I'm not for you. You see, it's all well and good writing peaceful shit on paper. It looks great. Courts love it. But if you're a twat in real life, guess what? Paper doesn't matter. Peace isn't at the forefront of your mind. Love isn't at the forefront of your mind. It's a behaviour. And if you're not peaceful across the board in your thoughts, in your texts, in your temper, then you're not peaceful. You're pretending. And if you can't accept that sometimes you're a dick, then I can't work with you. Because being a human, being a human being, being alive, being a soul, yeah, newsflash, means fucking up. It means getting it wrong. It means making mistakes. It means being the villain in somebody else's story occasionally. But that's okay, right? As long as you're willing to evolve. But if you can't, if you're just going to sit there and blame everyone else, then you're not ready. You're not even close. Now, in my line of work, if I work in family courts, I work for people. I help people. I've been there. I've done it. I've been married. I've been divorced. I've been a massive bellend. Not intentionally, mind you, not intentionally. But I didn't wake up. I didn't wake up and think to myself, "Oh, how can I ruin someone's day today?" No, but impact matters more than intent. I had my reasons, sure. That doesn't make it right at all. There's no excusing it. There is no excusing how I've spoken to my ex-wife. There's no excuse. I would not want anyone to speak to my daughter that way. There's no excusing how I was rude about her food and not eating her food because it looked funny because it's from the Philippines. There's no excusing that. None. I wouldn't want anyone speaking to my daughter that way. I wouldn't want anyone being rude to my daughter that way. It is not acceptable how I've spoken to my ex-wife. Here's the turning point. I used those mistakes to become better. Not perfect, better. And yet, getting someone, man or woman, to admit they've been abusive or even just wrong, Jesus. I mean, it's easier getting blood out of a stone. I've got more chance of getting McDonald's from a Kentucky. No one wants to admit that they've hurt someone. Because we think admitting it makes us bad people. It doesn't. It makes us human. Shit, it makes us functioning adults. Everybody's shit stinks. Even yours. Yes, Karen, even yours. Especially yours, actually, Karen. If you think about this, like this doesn't apply. If you think this doesn't apply to you, growth starts at the stench. People love pointing fingers. She's toxic. She's fucking toxic. He's abusive. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they are. But what about you? What did you do wrong? And just because their wrongs are louder, more dramatic, or more TikTok worthy, doesn't make your quiet sabotage any less damaging. Manipulation isn't always shouted. Sometimes it's whispered. Sometimes it's ignored. Sometimes it's ignored feelings that fucking destroy someone. Sometimes it's eating beans on toast every night because you refuse to learn how to cook your partner's cultural food. Like, chicken adobo, Filipino food. I wouldn't fucking, I mocked my ex's Filipino cooking for years. Like a dick. I didn't realise at the time what that did to her or what that could be doing to her. Her food is her identity, it's her culture. And I chipped away at it with my sarcasm and ignorance. That wasn't abuse with a capital A, but it was emotional vandalism. And I own that. I carry that. And now I eat anything, everything and anything. The more weird the dish, the more I devour it. Not to virtue signal, but to make peace with who I was. She told me for years, I was a bad person. She tells my daughter, she still does, tells my daughter every single day, I'm the worst man walking. And all I can do now is become the opposite of who I was. That's it. That's the only redemption story that matters. The one you write after the damage. But if you can't get there, you can't get there. If you're not ready for that, you're not ready for it. Most of society isn't. But if you can't get better, you're not going to get, if you can't get better, you're still shouting. You can't get better through shouting. You can't get better through if you're not willing to listen. It's all her fucking fault. No one heals from defensive crouch. No one. And your kids, they see this. They see you deflecting, denying, acting like the victim, and then wondering why you can't get custody. You're not teaching them strength. You're teaching them how to dodge accountability like it's dodgeball. And if you want to change the game, own your shit. Don't just own it, roll around in it like it's pig shit, like in a fucking farm, and roll around in it and dance in it. And when people finally do just what I'm saying, even if it's just it's your toe dipped in the shallow end of self-awareness, they get breakthrough. First it's reluctant, then it's regular, then it's like peeling an emotional onion. Smells like shit, makes you cry, but you come out lighter. And I know this works because just this week, last 2 days, I've seen two people go from denial to truth. Not clean, not pretty, but honest. They confessed, not because they were saints, but because they got caught out and they were left to hide. And even then, I didn't judge, because change is change. That's all I need. Look, if you want to see your kids again, you need to be someone kids want to see again. Children don't gravitate to bitter, angry men with chips on their shoulder and fucking moles, no moles and courtroom vendettas. They want warmth. They want calm. They want love. And that starts with how you carry yourself. Not just in front of a judge, but in a queue in Aldi when someone skips ahead. Because if you're only nice when someone's watching, you're not nice. You're an actor. And a shit one at that. So don't tell me, this is another one. Don't tell me you used to be nice until people took advantage of you. Congratulations, so did Jesus. The difference is, he didn't turn into a fucking prick afterwards. That's on you. We are raising our kids in the world of adults who never grew up. And then we're shocked when the next generation start stabbing each other and over like chicken nuggets and respect. Where do you think they learned that from? They watched you. They watched both of you. The only way to break the cycle is for one of you, just one, to grow up, to take the moral high ground, and model humility. That doesn't mean being a doormat. It means showing your kids how to fail and get back up without blaming everyone else. And that's what I teach. Own your shit. Be humble. Show sacrifice. Offer compromise. Prepare to be pragmatic. Not just with your ex, but with everyone. All day, every day. Consistency isn't a personality trait. It's a fucking discipline. And if you can't do it, if you can't do that, if your soul's sour and your heart's hollow, don't work with me. I'm not your priest. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your saviour. I'm your last chance. So if you're not ready for truth, for growth, for change, stay bitter, stay broke, and stay away. Look, I don't care if you've read every book on co-parenting. If you still act like a prick with a PowerPoint, you're just a well-informed liability. So either evolve or get used to the words supervised contact and no direct communication, because those aren't parenting styles. No, mate, no. That's exile. And if you want peace, be peaceful. You want respect, act respectable. If you want to win in family court, start by not losing in life. Subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm not here to go viral. I'm here to start a bloody revolution in self-awareness. But if you do click that bell, at least I know you've got one thing in your life that you're not in denial about.